If you're watching this video, you have three things in common out there in your yard with our last 1,000 homeowners we've consulted with over the last 10 years to solve tree and landscape problems that cost you time, money, and essential life-sustaining benefits every day. They are covered and smothered root collars or volcano mulching, over competition in the critical root zones of your largest plants, and bad advice. Now collectively they are known as the bad three tree and landscape risks, and they are bad cultural practices. They are things that we do because everyone else is doing it. Now this knowledge, our experience with this, forms the basis of our new view of home ecology from the observations of homeowners just like you that have been recorded in a repeatable, organized manner that make it a science. It's called a protocol. It's easy to customize a plan that could be perfect for you and your family. So get going. Put on your thinking cap. We're going to give you some new vocabulary for a new view of the way you recover lost home values in this new millennium. Hello, I'm Barry Crabtree, your ISA certified arborist. As I stand here under these big oak trees in a grove of maple, hickory, and other oaks, it feels great knowing that I've begun tree preservation actions to expose anchors, aerate and decompact the critical root zones, apply mulch, biostimulate, to inoculate and remove storm damage and dead wood, and drain rainwater naturally into the system for free use. What I expect to get in return is a micro mist transpired by the leaves in a cooling effect known as shade. It's also known as an ecosystem service. It's an important term that you're going to be required to know what it means. That's important because just over there in the sun, it's 20 to 40 degrees hotter, and I wouldn't be talking to you for more than just a few minutes before I'd have to stop. Further, there is valuable topsoil being formed within these critical root zones, from controlling erosion and drainage to producing privacy from border buffer trees with cleaner, quieter air. Security, because I know these trees won't fall on me, from less power usage. Here, my utility bill is cheaper and less demand on the generators up the road at the steam station. All of these benefits work to improve the health, wealth, safety, and security of my family. Good for you, good for the planet, everybody wins. Increasing the exchange of these natural benefits known as ecosystem services is what makes our lifestyle a little cheaper to keep insofar as the trees and landscapes upkeep, cost, and maintenance. Cheap to keep trees and landscapes are designed to create green and growing value-added improvements to our home sale price, because living in a green and growing home becomes better and efficiently cheaper because greater savings accumulate every season. These ecosystem services are summarized in short form when I say the big four. Sustaining life, all of which are commonly shared by the living things in your little biological community that we will call your designed ecosystem. And by default, based on your choice to own your own home, you become the fifth and most powerful controlling element in this continually changing system of systems, with you and your family's health, wealth, safety, and security at its center. From the innermost recesses of your house to the outer reaches of your property, all the way out to the corner stakes marking your home. Your very own personally controlled ecosystem designed by someone with goals in mind?
Well, I think it stages things out a little bit, and gives you some options. You can sort of take the risk that a tree might come down, or you can at least know that that's a problem area that eventually you'll have to budget for and plan for. And it's something we felt it was worthwhile on the front end to just get a full assessment so we can understand the scope of the entire project, recognizing it might be a multi-year type plan that you follow, but one that was a wise investment to make.
Let me ask you a very important question. What are you doing, and what are your goals as the controlling fifth element of your own designed ecosystem to harmonize with your ecosystem services to give you the biggest increase in your home's value, what we call green and growing values that will help you recover what you've lost in net worth. The rules you make will equal the savings you take. If you don't have what you consider a good answer to this, let me offer you the dynamic duo of the 6 servants true: what, where, why, how, when, and who, along with a collection of natural strategies that are designed to help you work smarter without working harder. I call them the tree preservation actions, and they have been perfected through trial and error by the hundreds of homeowners referred to earlier to do 2 simple actions: increase energy resources and decrease stress to make it cheaper to keep your yard up to the standards that you require. Remember, the rules you make. We've divided them up into 6 actions so they can be affordably priced, and it gives us the ability to create and cooperate ways for you to participate in any part of the labor and expense of the tree preservation action with sweat equity to save money and get the best cheap to keep price possible. These natural strategies use the superpowers of nature to build upon one another like compound interest in the bank, steadily increasing, better and easier each season under your guidance as the controlling fifth element. In cooperation with the superpowers, our 6 TPAs, cleverly disguised as tree preservation actions. It's only natural strategies that work in cooperation with nature's weather extremes that are going to meet the test of sustainability to get better and easier every season. These 6 tree preservation actions, you'll hear us refer to them as TPAs, are the tools you use in support of that goal. They can be used in any order at any time that you've got the labor and the money in the budget to get the right action applied and properly recorded in sequence. To do this, we pictured the cheap to keep tree and landscape protocol with this circle divided into 4 parts with 10 steps. The only reason I bring this up at all at this time is that you must understand a new view of home ecology is not a goal or a status where you're going to bring us in, do something, and you're there. It is an ongoing process that never stops because it's alive. It's up to you as the fifth element to keep it going at your desired pace, 24/7, 365. It's probably the only asset you've got that can work around the clock. Following the 10 steps of the fifth element protocol will help you transform your designed ecosystem into the supporting member of your lifestyle as required by your family on an ever-changing basis. Building a cheap-to-keep tree and landscape with your new view of a home ecology, saving you time and money every step of the way. Now scroll to a demo of the 6 tree preservation actions to decide how it would be best for you to start. It all depends on your time and money. Compounding green and growing values right now the cheap to keep way. It's easy, as we said before, to customize a plan that's perfect for you and your family. Learn the TPAs because that's the billable part of this whole strategy, and you've got to fit it into the budget to make it work. So get going on the TPAs now and get ready for a new view of the way you recover lost home values in this new millennium.